continuing with this sketchbook sketching idea. I'm going to do another little one here. I did some more. I popped into the village yesterday and just did a little quick sketch of a disused shop. I've also done, let me see, what did I do the other day? Plane tree, bit of a corner of a building, and today I'm going to do this globe artichoke. Of course, I think they're rather interesting shapes, so I'm going to do it landscape. One of you out there in YouTube land said, please can you leave what you're drawing so we can see it? Okay, so I'll do my best. You may have a different view of it to me because you're looking at it differently, so that's what I'm going to do anyway. Now, as always, I suggest you look thoroughly at your object, observe the shape, how things are working. I'm thinking about the colours, and I'm going to work in the same format as I did with the jar of mango chutney. I'm going to use a pen first, and I'm going to use watercolour pencils afterwards with the watercolour brush. Okay, so where am I going to start? I am looking at the length of that. The head is about the same as the stalk. So as I say, always observe things thoroughly. And I'm just going to move the camera slightly so you can see. Wrong way. See that? Okay, that's the best I can do, folks. Get it in. So I know that if my stalk's there, that's where the head starts, and there it is. And the shape of the head, look at the shape of the head. It isn't round, it's slightly oval, but it's flat at the top. Again, observe your subject. So here we go. Without further ado, and the width is about 2 or 3 widths of that. Now you can, if you want to, put a few dots just to make you get your head round it. Okay, and off we go. That's that one down there. Okay. And we're coming up here, and this is where I start going into the head. Okay, now I'm going to put that petal there, leaf, petal, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going up to this one because now I can see a bit better where I'm going. They do slightly overlap, some of them. But again, this is a rough, and I'm not worried if I don't get them all absolutely right. This is the whole point of sketchbooking, or sketchbook drawing. And I really am sort of running out of space. So that wasn't so good, but never mind. We could also bleed it off if we wanted to. But it's starting to come together. You can see the shape. You can see how those in the top are coming round like that. Right, that will do. I'm going to do, let's have a little bit more of a in sort of bit of information there. Okay, so there we are. Now the colours I've chosen, I'm going to go round the edge with yellow. It's really sort of like a pale green, but I'm going to use this yellow because I'm using what I've got. These watercolour pencils, you know, they come in loads of wonderful colours, but I'm just trying to keep it to a limited selection. Again, I'm working quickly, not being too precious, and we've got some little dark brown bits as well, so we're going to have those to play with too. Right, lemon down here. Let's put lemon on that one, and a little bit down here. And we'll put a bit there. Then I'm going to a lighter green, and look how I'm using the pencil. I'm getting all that lead onto the paper, so you're going to get a nice, smooth, hopefully, bit of shading. And I'm going round the tops. So when we use the watercolour brush, hopefully that will all blend nicely together. Then again, it might not. Okay, and oops, hang on, missed a bit. I don't even like globe artichokes, but I went out and bought this for you this morning. So I hope you appreciate this. I'll have to give it to somebody else. They're too much trouble for me, messing about. Right, green up there, okay. Then I've got a darker green, an olive green, and I'm going to put a bit of shading around the base, and I might even go in afterwards with some stronger lines. I just want to see how this is going to work. As I say, you know, always observe your object as much as you can, but don't get bogged down in the detail. This is why using a pen is so good, because you can't rub it out. It stops all that overthinking. Right, and what I'll probably do is go in with some stronger lines. Okay, let the fun begin. Right, where shall I start? Up here. Right, bringing that yellow down into the other green, and then it's going into the darker green. Now I'm just going to have a bit of, because I want to, if you want to clean your brush, just squirt a bit of water out and give it a clean on something. I quite like this bright colour. Okay, I'm going to do it the other way. I'm going to go in dark, and I'm going to push that up to the yellow. Dark, and push it up to the yellow. Just got to experiment a little bit. Oh, didn't put any dark on that bit, so we can probably go back on afterwards. Dark, and push it up to the yellow. It's rather fun, isn't it? It smells a bit funny. Right, now down here. Great, now if you want to come back and fiddle about a little bit, let's have a bit of fiddle. We've got some dark bits, some sort of like a browny bit where it's been cut off there, so let's do that, and a few bits sort of in these. It's quite a ridged surface, and we've got a bit of something on the edge there where it's caught a bit of, you know, frost damage or whatever it is. And then I've decided to go back in with more of that and put some lines down for some ridges. And some of these, I suppose they're all different cultivars, they turn quite purple on the ends. But I don't want to spoil this now by adding another colour, but that's quite interesting to see all that purple. Right, it didn't do any up here, so let's have a bit of shading up here. So you can go on top again, you see, if you want to make anything a bit darker. And put some fine lines in if you want to. So you can get a bit more detail. But the whole point is it's to be quick, relaxed, not too precious. Don't overthink it. And it's quite nice this, because you can push with this water pen, you really can push the colour about if you want to. You don't need to squeeze, it just sort of flows, so don't go squirting water everywhere. Let's just soften that off a little bit, I think. Same here and down here. Somebody wanted more fruit and vegetables, so here it is. So that'll do for me, a nice little globe artichoke. It resembles that roughly, using the colours that I've got, being quick, not thinking too hard, and just having a bit of fun. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll look forward to seeing yours or some other subject.